What's up everybody, it's Robin Gaming here. So a couple of hours ago, a Reddit user actually leaked, apparently according to him, a screenshot for the next Assassin's Creed game. Now, we've known for a long time already, of course, that this year we're going to get a new game in the series finally, after the year break that they actually took last year, of course, seeing as the series wasn't really doing so well anymore. It was rumored already for a long time that the game would be called, or had the working title of Empire, would kind of like, you know, bring the series back to its roots, I guess, while at the same time going to the Egypt setting, and this screenshot pretty much confirmed that. Now, of course, we didn't really know necessarily if it was going to be like if the screenshot was real or not. And actually, Eurogamer, which is of course a massive gaming news site, asked their sources, which of course a gaming news site like that has many of its sources, and 3 individual ones confirmed that the screenshot indeed was real. I think if you, by knowing that, you can pretty much say for like, you know, yeah, 99.9% sure this is what the new Assassin's Creed game kind of looks like, or at least kind of confirms as well the setting to us. Now, I'm not actually going to show you the screenshot in this video because we all know what happened last year when I did that for the PS4 Slim and stuff. So I'll put a link on top of the description so you can check it out. But basically, it's one screenshot where we see, you know, yeah, of course, our protagonist, a certain assassin with like a shield on his back, sailing a really small little ship in what looks to be exactly that, an Egyptian setting pretty much, right? And so there's also a couple of like objectives on the screen. It says, for example, assassinate the crocodile with a little sub-quest or submission, I guess, beneath it, which says follow Shadia to Keenat's villa. Now, pretty much some people did research into what this exactly means, and it seems that Keenat was actually a queen of Egypt and the wife of King Yunus, who lived during the time of the 5th dynasty of Egypt. Now, once again, it's all pretty much confirming that, yes, this is the new Assassin's Creed. It's going to Egypt like we all kind of expected already. And that's what it's going to be. Now, me myself, am I excited for that? Yeah, I'm quite excited for it personally. I mean, I'm a fan of the series. You know, it really has had its ups and downs, right? I particularly loved Assassin's Creed 2 and 4, while at the same, yeah, Brotherhood a little bit as well, I guess. But with games like AC3 and, you know, Unity and stuff, like it, the thing with Assassin's Creed, really the issue with it was that they were simply making way too many games that were very similar to each other, right? And so you had a couple games that didn't really innovate that much with the settings, for example, or with their certain gameplay elements. And I really hope that with this new one, now that they finally, since I think AC2 in 2009, now that they have taken a break, you know, for a year, and actually hopefully put some more development time into this new one and resources, I guess, that it's going to mean that we're not just going to have a new setting, but also new gameplay elements. And I already think it's pretty interesting how they seem to have kind of taken the ship combat from a game like AC4, which I personally was a big fan of, but at the same time it's not really the same, right? Because this ship is really small. It seems like it's only there for transport and not necessarily to have, like, you know, combat fights with or something like that. So we'll have to kind of see how that pans out, and like how big. I guess the map is just very big, so this is a way to get yourself from one island to the other or something like that. But also gotta say that graphically it looks really good, but I'm kind of, you know, used to that because I already thought that, you know, games like AC Unity and Syndicate, which kind of had that upgraded next-gen quote-unquote engine for Assassin's Creed. I think they called it Anvil, right? I'm not sure if they still develop those games by that, but I would assume so. But I'm you know, I'm used to those games looking pretty good, and I expect that this is kind of, yeah, how it's going to look, and it's quite impressive. So personally, what I would like to see is, yes, a bigger emphasis again on story, while at the same time giving us an original setting that's going to prove for many, like, you know, memorable locations and just awesome places to explore, really, while hopefully also doing some gameplay improvements, because that's kind of what the series needed. It's been pretty still for a long time as far as the typical Ubisoft approach, you know, the simple side missions and stuff, collectibles around the map everywhere, and just the same repetitive missions that you're constantly doing for, you know, 100 hours or something like that. I hope that they will kind of yeah, hopefully, like, you know, just switch up the gameplay a little bit more, have us do different things, and maybe, you know, explore something like a different control scheme, the way you do platforming and stuff. There's plenty of ways I really could see a new Assassin's Creed game evolving from what it used to be. So I'm just simply, you know, especially hoping a lot to hear from, you know, other great refinements that the series kind of needs. You know, I think that in terms of setting, this is going to be an awesome one. I can't wait to see where it's going to be going, and yeah, like I said, what locations we're going to be exploring, and I hope, of course, that the story and characters will be really good. But I'm mainly, you know, very interested to hear simply when the game gets announced finally, what exactly they've done to make this a different game from the previous ones in the series. So with that being said, I would like to know from you in the comments, of course, how do you feel about the new AC game? What do you think of this screenshot? You know, do you also believe it's real? I mean, it's pretty, like, you know, pretty safe to say it is real, but what do you think about this? Were you a fan of, for example, you know, the ships in AC4 and seeing how this is kind of, you know, looking to return it in a way? And then, yeah, with that being said, leave a quick like to help support my channel and tell me your thoughts, like I said, in the comments. So then I'd like to thank you a lot for watching and hope to see you again next time.